We have been duped by feminism, sexual liberation, and antidepressants. We have been told that we are powerful and free now as women, but we feel tired, wired, and bitter. We're mostly eating right, exercising and meditating, wrangling to do lists, and arranging playdates. And yet there's a haunting hollowness beneath the huge complaints. What if I told you that there is a huge storehouse, a reservoir of energy inside of you that has not been tapped, that you could feel light and pulsing, excited and alive in ways that a wellness lifestyle cannot deliver, that you could trust yourself, that the world could feel safe, and that unexpected and expected delights could start to illuminate your path. No coach, therapist, doctor, or guru required. Just you learning to get real, present, and attentive with you. I feel like I'm here to matchmake your inner parts for the greatest love affair ever written. I want to help you learn first where you're buying eggs from the hardware store, which is the source of all pain. I want to help you master entering through the upset, which is the only spiritual practice you'll ever need, and to get real comfortable putting on your villain crown, which is, in my opinion, the key to true power. And then you'll attune to your inner yes so you can live the life defined by the specific pleasure of who you are. I am so excited to announce my latest book called The Reclaimed Woman, which is available for pre-order now. So if you head to the link in show notes, you can learn more about bonuses, events, and companion offerings. And I cannot wait to see your gorgeous face on the path. So I've noted that activists, healers, and artists have been thoroughly brainwashed to believe that poverty consciousness is virtuous. And I really think that it's time for each of us to step into our expression in the service of our own unapologetic wealth, in service of the gift that we are here to each give the world, and in service of the delightful play of entrepreneurship. Maybe you've been hustling your whole adult life and you're still just scraping by. Maybe you feel stuck earning what's available through the job that you have to stay at. Maybe you earn money, but somehow it's always flying out of your account and you're spending more than you're making. Maybe you think that there's only a certain amount of wealth that's available to you because of your history, your circumstances, or other variables in your life that you can't control. Money, meaning, and magic. This is what I believe your wellness business can bring into your field and has been my lived experience. So I am hosting a masterclass in January on the 18th and 19th. And if you're hearing this after that fact, the recording link will be in the show notes. And what I intend to offer is permission slips to love wealth, to be important, to fail like a boss, to want from a place of fullness, to love your haters, to work soft and dominate hard, and to own your stuckness. I love this subject and I plan to share from my heart, and I hope to see you there. I'm Dr. Kelly Brogan. You may know me as a New York Times bestselling author of a book with an exploding pill on the cover, renegade psychiatrist, pole dancer, or honorary member of the Disinformation Dozen. What can I say? I'm a born provocateur. I've spent most of my recent life exposing deceptions, connecting dots, and discovering the secret places my inner victim is still waiting to be liberated. And now I feel called to help you reclaim all of your parts, your health, your sexuality, your power, and your expression, so that you can finally truly own yourself. I want to ignite in you that inner knowing and the pulsing vitality that lives beneath your disempowerment, disconnection, and resentment, so that you can audaciously, courageously, and playfully alchemize your struggle into the specific pleasure of who you are. This is Reclamation Radio, a Soulfire production. Welcome back to Reclamation Radio. I am Dr. Kelly Brogan, and today I would like to share a brief visualization that I offered to the audience at my recent retreat, Audacious Embodiment. So people throw around the idea of divine timing. And if you're someone who likes to be in control, that can feel a little bit triggering. And I get it. I like to know what's happening and control outcomes. But what I've leaned into even deeper over the past few years is a level of self trust and surrender that I didn't even know was missing from my life. And it can be uncomfortable and it can also be magical as fuck. So, knowing your power and potency, asking for what you want, being in wise action towards creating the life and the body that you love is the real flex. So, I am obsessed with the divine timing manifesting mist. It's rose, ylang ylang, bitter cacao, Buddha wood, atlas cedar. It is delicious and it's powerful and will call in all of your dreams in the perfect timing. It will remind you literally every time you spray it that we came here to fulfill our desires. So head to lotusway.com and use the code Kelly15 for 15% off. The link is in show notes for you. And because of the effect that I saw it had on all of these women in the room, there wasn't a dry eye. I thought, let me just share this with you all. It's an adaptation of several different visualizations that I've heard. And the intention is to really offer you an opportunity to connect with the different signature energies inside of yourself, the masculine and feminine inside of yourself. So here it is. You open your eyes and you find yourself in a terribly unfamiliar place. You have no idea how you got here, what you're doing here. And as you become aware of your body, you recognize that you feel very uncomfortable. Your clothes are cold and damp. Realize that you're actually laying in snow and dirt, and it's getting dark. It's a mysterious kind of energy all around you, and you start to feel afraid. Your heart is racing. You get to your feet and you feel compelled to just start walking in any direction. So you're trudging through this snow, making new footprints on fresh paths. And as you begin to walk, you recognize that there is somewhere you're supposed to be. You don't know where that place is, and you don't know how to get there. So you start to jog. And as you're jogging, eventually you see a small light in the distance. It's a pin of a yellow light far away, but you know that it's an indication, a sign that you're moving in the right direction. So you're jogging towards this light. And as you get closer, there is a figure guarding the door. But somehow, instead of being menacing or scary, this figure offers your system a sense of safety, a sense of okayness, and the assurance that this is exactly where you need to be. You walk up to this man, and as you make eye contact, you feel like you know this man, like you've known him forever. He offers you a slight smile and opens the door for you. You walk inside, and it's a bustling room. There's a fire, and there's arts and crafts all around, and there's food being cooked. And there are women of various ages in different experiences of creation and play. And a woman about 40 or so years old comes up to you and she has a bowl of soup in her hand. She puts you in this cozy chair in front of the fire and you start to eat this soup at her encouragement. And it is the most delicious thing you've ever tasted. Another woman, slightly younger, comes over to you with a small baby on her hip, and she wants to offer you the baby to sit in your lap. Another little girl brings you a kitten that she wants you to pet. Another, even littler girl brings you a board game that she wants to play with you. There is a teenage girl or so who comes over. She wants to braid your hair. And another who's about 10 or so who wants to paint your nails. There is a woman in the corner of the room, and she's much older, and she seems to be gazing on the entire scene with this sense of satisfaction. And there's another woman who is probably in her 70s or so, who is writing in a journal, just looking out the window. As you feel the fullness of all of this activity, and you feel this experience of all of these women in the room deeply devoted to you, you feel how much, even though at the moment it doesn't make sense, these women, these girls, even this baby, they love you. They love you so much, so deeply. And as you begin to allow this expansive emotion of connection to all of these women to deeply saturate your body, you recognize what is happening. That man at the door and that all of these women and girls, that they are all versions of you. And that's why this is exactly where you belong. Home with all of these parts of yourself. You can open your eyes and just feel the energy of that strong spine that man at the door offers, and the dynamic energy of movement that all of these different women and girls inside of you offer, and that beautiful complementarity that exists within each of us to be accessed anytime. All right. Until next time.